BTC and 32E.
Welcome back, hard forkers, to 1 Bitcoin and 32 Ethereum, the show where we review projects, discuss the market in general, give you some insight into how we are investing and trading. Stefano, Mr. Gonzo, welcome back, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, great show for you today, people. We're going to be looking at Mantra DAO and the market overall and how we're playing it. But as you know, if you follow the show, first up, meme of the week. Now, before we get into it, people, I just want to let you know about our new relationship with Bybit. There is a link below. There's $200 in sign-up bonuses available there. So if you are a trader with some experience, check that out. If you're not that experienced, there's actually a test net there or practice trading where you can figure out whether you are in fact a trader. So check that out. That's how you can support this channel. We've also got a trading contest sponsored by them coming up with about $15,000 in prizes. We'll be giving you details of that shortly.
Can I win?
You can try. I'm also in it, so you got bugger all chance. Well, let's find out once and for all, eh? Let's see who's the real deal. Now, I've been running a crypto meetup here and just sort of the hand-holding that I'm doing lately with a lot of people. I've really realized that a lot of people are, especially in the DeFi space, are buying tokens and hoping the value of these things goes up without really actually using them to their full capabilities. So we're actually going to do a walkthrough with the token from Mantra DAO. Jordan's going to be showing us exactly what he's going to do with it. And we'll be doing that on the weekly. So individually, you can see how we actually use these tokens. So look, thanks to the community at Mantra DAO. They have donated a small amount of tokens for us individually to use, show the utility and trade. You'll be seeing that on the weekly from us. But Stefano, could you give us the high-level overview of exactly what Mantra DAO is all about, what it does?
So, Mantra DAO, it's an easy way of putting that down. It's an ETF on nodes. So, if you watch like the previous videos, the previous conversation that we had, that's
one aspect though, right, Sean? That's Stefano?
Huh?
That's one aspect. That's not everything.
Yes. Yeah, no, of course, but like the high level on like how they actually describe themselves and so on. So if you watch basically like what is happening right now, and like the change like from POW to POS, we described this many times, the layer 2s and so on and so on. Like in super simple, when you're running like a blockchain, you need to be a validator. You need the validators in order to like keep everything secure and in place. And that means running a node. Running a node in super simple means that you have the entire blockchain, the entire history on your machine. Now, when you're on POW, take Bitcoin, for example, you have a mining farm. So you got like the big machine and so on. But when you're moving like on POS, like for example, on Ethereum, you need 32 ETH in order to be a validator. Now, at today's price, 32 ETH, I think is around like $50,000, pretty much, plus or minus. Let's assume that you don't have those money. What do? Well, for example, you can join a company that actually runs a validator and decide to share those funds and those interests with you. So Mantra DAO burn like this. This is like the first thing that they do. They get the funds, they run validators node, you buy the token, and what they do is that the interest that they get from that interest from running the validators, they take them and they buy back OM token, so their own ERC20 token from the market and put that into a side contract. So they take them out from circulation, meaning demand and supply gets broke and therefore price should increase. So
Stefano, they're like a validator as a service. I think we've actually done a long form interview with John Mullin, one of the key guys in that project, and he was talking about that being quite unique to them, offering a validator as or tokenizing the validator as a service.
That's exactly what.
Yeah, he highlighted that as being quite unique to them.
With Mantra DAO, the cool part is that like it's kind of like a basket of different validators and so on. So let's assume that you don't really know which blockchain is going to succeed. and you're like kind of like being overwhelmed by the tsunami of information of like Cardano, BNB, Ethereum, Polkadot, Matic, Polygon, and so on. And you're like, what do I do? What do I do? I don't have enough money. Well, OM token is basically like the Mantra DAO token solve that issue. You don't have to.
They've actually got some really good projects that they are validators for. In fact, some of the ones we've covered, Cuddy Chain, the Kai tokens in there, Kasama, Atom Band, Matic, which we cover extensively on this show. They're all part of that, aren't they?
So on top of that, because obviously they have like that entry level, that starting point of the channel, then they basically evolve the picture. Now, if we have to take like another project that we reviewed in the past, Jordan actually suggested that the similarity, we can think about Ethereum. We have interviewed the founders a couple of times also. So why Ethereum is a good example? Because you entered the Mantra DAO ecosystem and you get access to a lot of other features that are available in the DeFi space. So you got things that probably you were before, staking. You get your token, you can stake them into a smart contract and get an yield based on like the time that you're keeping the token locked into a specific smart contract. You can you go and do some lender borrowing, for example. You have other platforms, obviously, that allows you to do that, Aave, Compound, and so on. But why not? Having an additional option is always like a good thing. You get the governance, because like it's a DAO, obviously, so you can vote and decide like the future and all of those things. So overall, you basically get access not only to like this ETF part of running the nodes and so on, but this entire ecosystem of suites of products that kind of like correlate a little bit everything of what is the evolution of the blockchain right now. That like those topics that we're hearing about, like this moving from like POW to POS, decentralization, DeFi, staking, like everything over there. Mantra DAO is kind of like tapping into all of these different things all at once. So it's kind of an ecosystem basically from that side.
Yes, sir.
Comment on that. You were talking about your meetup, and people are buying DeFi tokens and hoping for the best, right?
Yep.
So I think a good analogy is if you're buying DeFi tokens, it's like buying a stock, right? All you're waiting for is the appreciation and the speculation of the token. Whereas if you're buying a DeFi token and then you're using a token, it's like going to a bank and using one of their products, right? So you're getting access to borrowing, lending, interest, all these things. Yep. So buying the DeFi token is part one. Part two is using it and applying it to the different protocols, and all the protocols have different pluses and minuses and focuses on different things. Mm-hmm. But so I think that's a good way.
I guess on that note, Jordan, you're going to show us. So you've got the token now. What are you going to do with it?
They have some lending that looks interesting to me, but it's not quite ready. So I am going to stake them up.
Show us how to do that, sir, because this is where a lot of people, it's that nervousness of, can I trust this? What am I actually doing here? I think it's easy for us sometimes, we forget that there's a lot of new people coming in, and it's the purpose of the show for a lot of our audience people. So hopefully this clears a lot of it up for you. We'll give you a bit of a walkthrough now.
So for mantradao.com, which is their basic website, right? I'm not doing this on mobile yet, but I'll do that later. I'll connect them. But for now, you go down to the key features, staking, and that'll bring you to our staking page, which I've already got open here. And then you need a MetaMask wallet. We have, tons of tutorials on how to get one, how to fund it, how to connect it to websites. So as you see here, I've got my hard forking wallet. It's already connected, right? It's just a matter of you click it, it asks you to connect another wallet, right? So once we go to the app, mantradao.com, we've got our dashboard, which is still being built. Our interest, this is working. Governance, they've got the different things you can do on the voting. Mantra pool of liquidity, right? Their first one. Oh, this is that lottery, right? So you join it, you contribute a couple Mantra DAO, and then every week they have big prizes. Total prize 15,000 USD or 3.3 ETH. So that's quite a good prize, but it's a lot.
So the revenue from memory, the revenue from their validator business, which I think is running about 13 nodes at the moment, 50% of that is used to buy back, and 25% of that goes into that particular functionality there, which is like a prize pool.
Yeah, the Mantra DAO Foundation receives their staked assets and validators. 25% of the delegator nominator rewards go to generated from the foundation goes into the Mantra pool.
Yep,
25%. Right. So I don't really want to just gamble this. So I want to stake it. So I'm going to staking. Right. So they've got, the estimated APR on Ohm. It's 31.68%, which is quite good. And one of the fine prints is that to unstake, it's held for 8 days, which is pretty good. But you start receiving rewards after 24 hours. So as we see here, I've got 83 Ohm. So I'm going to do 100%. Just click 100%. You can do 50%, whatever you want, right? I'm going all in, baby. All in. APR, the annual percentage rate at which your staking asset earn rewards on a yearly basis. So, that's over the year, daily, divided by 365, whatever the hell that is. My math is bad. So let's see. Staking 833 Ohm, estimated APR. Staking will start immediately, 24 hours. Unlike staked assets, there's no set duration for the staking. You may unstake your rewards at any time without penalties. There's an 8-day unstaking period. So once I get my rewards, I can restake them and compound them every 24 hours, right? Which is good. And if I want to unstake, it takes 8 days. All of my rewards and all of my initial. So I want to stake now. So like I said, this is like depositing my money into the Mantra DAO bank.
Right.
We've interviewed them. We've done our due diligence. Seems like a decent protocol. It's growing. I want to stake. For me, this is like a major strategy for me since, it's always been earning passive income. But, there you go, 50 confirmations. View on Etherscan. So it cleared. But yeah, trying to find projects with good passive income. Trading is fun and it's good, but it requires a lot of attention.
So Jordan, you basically you stake all your tokens. You just don't buy them and have them sitting there in a wallet doing nothing for you. Is that the case?
As many as possible, yes.
Okay.
I mean, like there's some projects where you take short term, long term, but if it's a project that I believe in fundamentally long term, stake it.
Now, obviously, I'm familiar with some of the people that funded this project initially. I know their marketing guy, Jackie. Shout out to Jackie. We actually lived in a crypto community in Thailand a while back together. Great guy, was involved in crypto. We interviewed John, long form interview, link below for that. So obviously I'm familiar with a lot of people involved in this project, but how do you guys sort of go, there's a lot of people that are a little bit nervous. Like, geez, what is the staking? How do I trust it? Can I lose my tokens? How just really quickly, how do you both sort of assess the risks of not just having it sitting in your wallet and taking it away and sort of staking it on these platforms? Any advice for the viewers there?
TVL, total value locked. Basically, you look at how much other people have put into it, and if you're only looking at $1 million locked in there, then it's probably a lot more risky, right? So let's see, Sean. So I just got through that first staking step. The next step, I got to just go back to this. So we've got 833 Ohm, which is $245, and the ETH fee to actually stake it is $45. So
you might want to buy some more.
Yeah. This is the thing with staking, right? We're trying to show use case.
Well, you've got the ENOL token, so you're going to get the gas back anyway.
It's true. But it's still taking away, a good percentage. Like that's, 20%, right? As a stake fee. So, there's that sweet spot.
So just quickly while we're there, guys, so just to explain to the audience, those ETH fees, it doesn't deduct your on balance, does it? That's actually coming out of the Ethereum that you've also got to have in your MetaMask.
Yeah. But me currently, I don't have the ETH on this account. It's all invested in other shitcoins. I mean, projects that we have. I mean, there's a couple shitcoins in there.
Okay, so our walkthrough just hit a brick wall, Jordan.
Yes. So I can do two things. I can try and get it low enough that I can actually get in there. Let's see if I can get the gas low enough that I can actually try insufficient balance.
95? Are you kidding me?
75.
Yeah, that's probably going to take a few hours. But
check out yesterday's video, people, on Layer 2 Solutions. We looked at Matic and QuickSwap. Matic's actually a company that these guys are also a validator for.
Okay, should I do it, guys?
Sure.
Try it. Gas 75. What do you think, Stefano? You're the gas master.
75 is probably, it's definitely going to go, but it's going to take like a few hours for that.
I don't care how long it takes.
Oh, yeah. You can even like put like 68, 69, actually.
Okay, 69, dude.
Can in really basic terms, for people that don't understand this, can you just explain what you're doing?
He's setting the price on how much he's willing to pay the miners for every every space of the block that he's wishing to use for his transaction. Super simple, right?
For you guys,
he's basically.
For me watching gas, this, right? No, it's not.
I know.
The thing with gas is if you're trading, you need fast gas, right? For things like staking, contract interactions, they're not time sensitive, so you can wait, right? So in this particular case, because this wallet isn't funded 100% well with the Ethereum, I'm going slow because I don't care how long it takes. I'm
losing Jordan, by the way.
Okay, good explanation.
So it's pending. So let's see how that goes.
Okay, cool.
Bing. So, you need to do a bit of math when you're doing your staking, right? You got to figure out your costs to get it going. You need to figure out, the appreciation of the token, the percentage that you're going to get, and the amount of time that you think that you're going to hold it for.
Yeah. So in summary, people, what we've really just looked at here is, I think a lot of people I'm talking to, they're buying these tokens. They hear a bit of hype, they watch a YouTube channel, and wow, I got to get that. But then the thing just sits in a wallet, and you're kind of missing the point of crypto, especially in DeFi, if you're not actually getting in there and doing that. That's what the show's all about. So on the weekly, we're individually going to show you how we use this token and all the other projects that we've previously reviewed. I did mention it, but once again, there's a link below, and the video is also on the channel. There's a long form interview with one of the key people in this project, John. To me, investing 101, go and watch these long form interviews with the founders. That's a real basic minimum. Obviously, we had a look at this on our trading show as well. The technicals on this, the chart still looks great as well. So what else in this project? We've just shown you the staking there. Just before we move on, anything else you'd like to highlight about the project, Stefano, first?
If there is a risk or not on like putting money into these smart contracts and so on, there is a higher risk, because if the contract gets hacked, now you can act as smart contract. We do have examples of situations like that. You can still act as well like a hardware wallet, but the things are a little bit different on that side. I think, however, that there is kind of a correlation between the two things. If you are like in a small project and your smart contract gets hacked, the project dies. So your tokens becomes worthless at that point. Vice versa, if you are in a big project and you get hacked, chances are that the community, the project per se, it's going to refund the users as well. So everything is going to be all right. There is a point in the middle where, it might get hacked and just the stakers lose the funds, and that's it. So that's the only line where like you might risk it on staking. But apart from that, it all comes down, as per usual, to picking up the projects that like you believe in and you're passionate at.
Yep.
From there, you're just looking at like using these things as a good way of earning more on top, on like increasing your stakes, your bags, like your amount of tokens and so on. Regarding this specific project, Now, Jordan mentioned that lender borrowing is not there yet. The dashboard, like you can see that as well, is like coming soon. The voting is now live. There is the lottery things that is live as well, which is a cool thing. Now, me personally, I use Pulled Together for that because they've done like an airdrop and so on. So they're ready. Again, if you're looking for a specific thing, there are services already available in the market for that. Like, you know, this is just like a very easy thing of like, if you don't want to like overthink or overlook at stuff, you got kind of like a little bit of everything. Then like, it's kind of a buffet type of thing that you can just like picking up and so on. You know, is it a good or a bad thing? It's for a specific type of users, obviously. So if you're new, if you don't really know a lot about all of this stuff and you kind of like want to learn multiple things all at the same time, yeah, Mantra DAO is definitely a place to have a look over there.
Another thing, Sean, is maybe we want to look at the proposals they have in the community, because, you know, we talk to them and they seem open to doing some marketing. So maybe we do a proposal on their governance about, you know, a marketing campaign. You know, it would include like a giveaway. We could make an NFT. They've been into NFTs before, right? So maybe, you know, there's create a custom NFT, hard forking X Mantra DAO, do some giveaways, increase awareness. Maybe we can get approved by the community,
right,
to receive some Mantra DAO to do some marketing for them. You know, include our suite of NFTs, targeted content, and exposure.
Yeah, great idea. I mean, the whole point of this show is, you know, we're really trying to show newbies all the things that can happen in the space and are happening. Yeah, I think it's a fantastic idea. Okay, so please, community, reach out to us. I think that was actually something John highlighted as well. You know, he said it's a very engaged community. My experience dealing with these guys so far has been fantastic. As I say, I actually didn't realize, but I know some of them from the past, and all really good people. So we will be looking at this project again next week. There probably will be a giveaway on our live show, so make sure you get along to that. There'll be a link below explaining all of that for you all. If you've got questions, stick them below. We do answer absolutely everything. And make sure you enter these prize draws coming up tomorrow. So get involved. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you back here tomorrow for the live show. See you, boys.
Sounds good.
Thank you for watching, everyone. And smash those likes.
1 BTC and 32 ETH.